So I saw that Joshua Verwer's got yours, and I was super jelly because I really want to see how this works, because if I can get rid of this thing where I shake uncontrollably, it would be better for the viewers and better for me to have a new toy. So I might just do tomorrow's vlog on that guy. Well, hello brothers and sisters, welcome to Mission Zero. If this is your first time here, my name is Shawn, and this is Vlogmas, and I promise you I'm being safe. I'm actually stuck behind a stop sign that takes forever in my city. I am headed out a little bit before work to record the Word with Friends, and after that I will tell you what it is we are going to talk about today. Oh, hey. So, I did go ahead and film, and then I came back and started working, and I'm actually gonna take a lunch break here in a little bit, but I gotta finish a couple of things. But to whet your appetite, the story I want to talk about today, and the thing that he said, is out of Genesis 32, and it's actually in verse 29. So, think about that for a minute, and when I take my lunch break, we'll talk about it a little more. Okay, so let me try this yet again, because I've re-recorded this like 19 times today because it keeps coming out too long. So Genesis 32 is Jacob going out into the wilderness, and he's wrestled with a guy all night, and in the morning the guy says, "Let me go." Jacob says, "I'm not letting you go until you bless me." And the guy says, "Okay, you win. I will bless you. You are no longer Jacob, you are Israel. And you have power with God and power with men." And Jacob in verse 29 says, "Tell me your name." And the man says, "Why do you need my name?" And then leaves. Now, I can't prove this, but I'm gonna guarantee you that man was Jesus. Those letters should be read in the Bible, because that is such a Jesus answer. Why do you need my name? It's my Father up in heaven that blessed you, that gave you the strength to do this, that gave you the willpower to do this. He is the one that you should exalt here. Don't worry about me. And there's a lesson embedded in that I want to talk about today. Today, a guy that I know and no small creator, Alex, I'm going to put a link up here, had his first run-in with racism on YouTube. He had posted a comment, and some guy flamed back at him for being black. And there's two options there, right? One is that the guy really is a racist. The other is that he's just a troll trying to get a reaction out of somebody, and race is an easy button to push. Either way, it comes to a person who doesn't value other people. Now, that almost always comes from not valuing yourself. See, there's three ways that your brain can rectify a self-esteem problem. One is to recognize that other people have value and you don't, which means you are broken and you don't deserve to be here, and to kill yourself. And I can speak to that one firsthand, because that is exactly what made me swallow 4 bottles of Vicodin a dozen years ago and lay down to die, was to look around and see all of these beautiful, worthwhile people, and my stupid, error-prone, worthless ass. And so let's get rid of me. The second thing that your brain can do is by far and away the most common, and that is to say, I suck and everybody else sucks too. No one has value. And that's where racism comes from. It's a narcissism that builds up to say, well, my race or me, I'm better. And those people are bad and wrong and evil. It's a blow out your candle to make mine burn brighter thing, but it all stems from, I have a tiny little light and I don't think it's worthwhile. And the reason that matters, and the way that this mates up here, is in Genesis there. Jesus is saying, it's not about me. I don't need the glory of this. I don't need you to know my name. I don't need this story to carry Yeshua in it so that later on when I come back, people can know that this was me. He's saying, I don't matter to this equation. What matters is the glory of God. What matters is that you are benefited from this. And that's the only mission that he gave us. When he said, go and disciple, it was because he's saying, look, you guys were given the law and you used it to beat people down, to devalue people. And so you have a world running around of people who feel like garbage. Fix that. That's his order to us. Be your brother's keeper. Stop being Abel, ignoring that Cain is out there preparing to kill you. Stop being Cain, planning to kill your brother. Work together. Be one organism. Get that internal locus off of you and look to other people, to what you can do to build up other people. And that responsibility is what we have shirked since before Jesus came. We never got that lesson because we still have billions of people on this planet who don't understand their value, and so they don't value other people. The third way that your brain can cure a self-esteem problem is to bring up your self-esteem. And you cannot do that alone. You cannot do that in a vacuum. It takes other people to help you, to build you up, to edify you. And so every one of these tools, and I'm not escaping them of their personal responsibility, but every one of those racist tools out there, every troll out there who just needs to push people's buttons and tear people down, is owable to the people like you and me in their lives who have not spoken value over them, who have not shown them that we see them, that we hear them, and that we love them. And so my exhortation for us, the thing that I cannot express deeply enough, is we are our brother's keeper. We are our sister's keeper. We are responsible for reaching out a hand to pull people up, not to slap them down and not to wave at them as we pass by. Our job, particularly as Christians, is to edify others, to bring people an understanding of their value. And I don't know why I keep doing this with my hands. The responsibility of that is enormous, but it is so critical. We have got to pull our heads out of ourself and help our brothers and sisters that are struggling, because all of these political biases and racial biases and gender biases and sexuality biases, all of it is wrapped up in not feeling value of yourself that is proper. And that's the job of all of us to rectify. And so may God pour out the blessings of that understanding, of that humility, that ability to set us aside in the name of helping others. And I hope that you can use that to become you-ier, and more importantly, to help other people to become them-ier. And I love you so much. Peace out.